What's crack YouTube, Irish Silverstack here. Today I'm going to talk about government issued rounds, government issued coins, bullion, whatever you want to call it. They're all the same. It's a government issue. Now what happens is the government, the assigning government would release a coin with a face value on it, and that's what makes them a government issued round different to say a normal round released from APMEX or something. So these coins, again, like I said, they're government issued, so they will have a face value on it. Now theirs is the Philharmonic, and if you look down the bottom, it says 150, €1.50, and that's in euros, €1.50. And then on the back there's the instruments on the other side of the coin. Now, why people want to buy these coins? I'm just going to run through. This is a Britannia in 2011, another government issued round or a coin. I probably should call it a coin, and that's 2011. And if you look, every one of these will have the face value on it. That should be £2. And here's just a newer one with a different front. And what makes these, why people would actually go out and buy them, say, I mean, what makes these much more different to, say, a APMEX round? Why would anybody pay the extra premium? Because you pay a bit more money on these coins than you would, say, on an APMEX round, because they want to get it down the cheapest they possibly can. So they get more people to buy them, and then people will say, well, I want to buy the silver as cheap as possible, so I'm going to probably go for a round. But then people like the security that these give, because that's a very famous one, everybody knows that one. And again, it has the face value, $1. People like the security of being backed by the government with the face value. It seems like when you sell it off afterwards, there's not much, you can be guaranteed of its purity as well. Is a good thing that they have, they have the weight on it and the purity of the silver, in this case for silver bullion. That's from Canada, we all know, we see that. And they like to know that it's made by a legitimate source. Now, some people who are new to bullion would only probably buy something that was a government issued round. I know when I started off, not knowing much about silver and not a lot of silver collectors in Ireland, we'll say, there was a certain amount of security from buying a government issued round, because it seems that it's more, people feel more comfortable. Now, it comes in all kind of different shapes and sizes. This is, again, a Canadian one, but it's slightly bigger. It's 1.5 ounces, okay? And so what would happen when you have, we'll say, $5 for the maple leaf, and that's 1 ounce, you've got $8 for the polar bear there, and that's 1.5. And they released a little series on the 1.5ers. Now, just to give you a look at these ones as well, they're from China. Again, government issued. Lovely coins. We've all seen them before, but for anyone new that hasn't seen them, they're a really nice coin. And that's 1 ounce. And of course, it gives the face value on it, because every one of them will have face value. However, this year, the first year that the Royal Bank of China have not issued the weight and purity on the coin. So that is, everybody was scratching their head for a long time about that. They just kind of accepted. Now this is 2013, and again, face value. So you can always tell a government issued round because it will have a face value attached to it. Now, of course, that says $1 at the back there, but the price of this will fluctuate with the price of silver, and it does fluctuate with a certain kind of numismatic play. Now, a lot of people say no, it doesn't, but it does, because if I sell this now, I'm gonna get a lot more than the price of silver. Now, other people will say, well, I can get it for cheaper. That may be so, but I know also that other people will buy it for that price. And that's the face value. And I think that's pretty much all the ones that, I mean, I have more, but there's no point going through all of them. Basically, you're paying for a little bit more extra security on the coin. It has better retail value when you go and sell it off afterwards as well. But to say that these are kind of limited issues or that these are special in any way, doesn't really cut it because they're not. The only thing they have going for them is that they're very well recognized, and that they have face value on them, and they have the weight and the purity on the coin. Now some rounds will do the weight and the purity, and like I said, when you check out the beginner's guide to junk silver, or for the other beginner's guide that I have, generally only buy something with the weight and purity on it. Now junk silver will be slightly different because they're not going to have that on, but they're very well recognized. But in terms of why you would buy this over, say, the rounds, and it's just simply got a bit more security. It's a bit more well known, and I think you can ask for a little bit more money at the end because you spent a little bit more when you bought it. I think you know, it's important to diversify. You have a bit of everything in your stack, and then when you come around to selling again, you can choose. You're not so dictated by the fluctuation of the price of silver. That's why numismatics are I believe in having maybe a few numismatics, not a whole lot, but numismatics are quite, I think they're quite beneficial. Like for instance, this is a government issued round, but it does hold numismatic because there's a privy mark right there, and I've shown that one before, I think in another beginner's guide, and this is worth a lot more money now because it's a European release and not many people have it. So if I put up on eBay, people in America are going to want it. But that's the deal with the government issued rounds. It's worth checking out a bit more, and definitely you want to put a few of these in your stack. Guys, take it easy. I'll chat to you again soon. Have a good one. Bye.